It's Privy Power time. My Ultra Breaks finally came in. I ordered 2 packs from Ultra Breaks, and actually later on that evening, they were actually selling cheaper on Whatnot, so I bought one from Couch Collectibles for less than retail. So I actually got a 3rd pack because how can you resist getting a 3rd pack when you can dollar cost average your packs down? But we're going to actually open packs today. However, there's a little bit of a hiccup. In fact, there are 3 hiccups. The pack I purchased from Couch Collectibles, since I haven't purchased on Whatnot in over a year and a half, it went to my old house. So it's on its way back to Justin, and hopefully when it gets to him, he'll reach out. And Justin, if you're watching, I'll send you cash to send it back my way. I'm sorry, man. That was my bad. Second, my Ray-Ban Metas had a little bit of a technical issue. So when I recorded myself opening the packs, well, I accidentally deleted the videos. But don't worry, you're still going to get the full experience because I fixed the boo-boos. Everything's going to be fine. You'll get the same experience as I did, where we just wonder what's going to be in the pack. It's just that I happen to know what's in the packs. Like I've done in the other videos, I'm going to open one now. Obviously have to have the Couch Collectibles pack that I purchased come later and be in maybe a short or something like that. But I open one now. I'm going to talk about what we experienced with this, as well as some other points that I've noticed that are really important to note about this particular set of packs. And there's a lot of drama that's unfolded with this one, so it's pretty juicy what I have to say. And then we're going to open up the other one as well. So here we go. Without further ado, the first pack. All right, here we go. What are we going to get? Oh, man, that Band-Aid's stuck. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's an Ultra label, and it's the common 2025 Ultra label with a CPG of $60, and you can get them significantly cheaper than that. Woo! We opened up a $60 coin and a $150 pack. All right, so it's rough. As I said from my video I did where I previewed this, there are some problems with this pack. Out of the 4,012 packs they offered in the Privy Power selection, 4,000 of them had a value of CPG value, full retail value, of less than the cost of the pack. Because $130 is a full retail value for that Privy marked Silver Eagle in 70, and 60 is the CPG for this thing. So, and the pack was $149.95. The packs are collectively priced for when people buy them at 55% over CPG at that $149.95 price. And honestly, most of the value ends up falling on those gold labels and infinity labels when we ultimately see these coins try to make up for that 55%. So they're valuing those rare labels as really where the value is when you even buy the packs. As I said in the last video, we did the numbers, and it's just overpriced for what collectors get. You have the Gold Rush label, they're supposed to be a little bit more special. Then you have the Infinity label that's holographic, and it's just amazing, supposedly, and it's supposed to just multiply the coin's value. The 12 chase coins were 1-ounce gold eagles from 2025. Nothing special. It wasn't like some special strike or something in these slabs, and they were in Gold Rush labels and Infinity labels. And based on the math I had from the last video, which you can go back and watch, those coins would have to astronomically increase in value because of the color of the label to make it to where collectors actually collectively get back the value that they put into these packs. As I mentioned in my last video, that's not how gold works. Gold doesn't just astronomically increase in value. Even if, like, you know, you add significant amount of scarcity to that gold piece, it wouldn't astronomically increase the value. When you have this high of gold prices, even a decent amount of scarcity, like a significant amount of scarcity, probably would get eaten up in that anyway. So for some reason, the color of the label means more to what the coin is worth than the gold inside of it and the scarcity of the gold. There's some other things we need to discuss. Guess what happened? I I'm not going to tell you. I'll just let you watch. There were 3 pre-release opens on YouTube, meaning that the affiliates for Ultra Breaks opened up coins on camera ahead of time to show you what you could possibly get. And this is before they're released, before anybody's bought a pack. In fact, the day before. So nobody's had a chance to buy packs yet, and this is what happened.
No! No! Oh my goodness.
Holy crap. He pulled a gold coin. Out of 3 pre-releases, he pulled a gold. That means, there's only 11 now available for you to get when you buy the pack. You know, there's still at least 3 of the Infinity labels, but now there's only 8 of the Gold Rush labels. So now it's even worse odds than before. Well, it's not like somebody else would pull a gold, right?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, let's run some odds. So there is a 0.3% chance that someone pulls a gold coin out of a pack. And when you have multiple chances, you do increase your odds. So out of the 3 packs, there's about a 0.8% chance that one of the 3 packs would be a gold coin, because you do have more chances to potentially pull one of the gold coins. So about 0.8% is the chance that one of these 3 guys pulled a gold coin. Like, these guys need to go to the casino. Rob, Justin, if you're watching, I would put it all on like 7 or something like that. Let it ride. In fact, run it a couple times at that. So what's the chances that both Rob Finds Treasure and Couch Collectibles pulled a gold coin by chance? So that's the calculated probability of at least 2 of 3 of these draws being one of the 12 gold out of 4,012 packs. 0.00225%. I didn't say 0.225%. I said 0.00225%. Just keep rolling that roulette wheel, guys. Just keep rolling. The fact that 2 of 3 of the pre-release videos pulled gold coins, the chances that the people who haven't even had a chance to buy them yet have gone down from 12 out of 4,012 to now, what is that? 10 out of 4,009? So your chances just decreased. I'm sorry. If you bought the packs thinking you still had a chance at 12 gold coins, you did not, because 2 of them had already been opened up by somebody else. When I saw this, my first thought is, there's just no way. That doesn't happen. There's no way. So while I was watching the Couch Collectibles sale that evening, I was driving, so my dad reached out and said, hey, did you know they were going to be in there? And he said he did not. And I believe him. I don't have any reason to doubt him. He seems like a pretty straightforward guy. I don't doubt that. But my question is, how did they get those packs? Was that part of just the group of packs that just came together? Because he got 100 packs plus 1 that he opened. So was that part of just 101 random packs and he happened to grab that 1 pack? Was that designated in some way? Was it on the top of the stack? I don't know. I'm not saying that something nefarious is going on here, because there is still a chance. But just like Lloyd Christmas, the chances of that happening are just astronomically low. We're talking about 1 in 44,443 chance. So my question is, first of all, how did 2 different affiliates beat the odds so much? First of all, just take it one by one. If one of them had drawn a coin, that's amazing in and of itself. 0.3% chance of that happening. The chances of one of the 3 of them drawing it is extremely low. Less than 1% chance at about 0.8%. I didn't run that number as hard, but it's pretty close to that. And for the record, I'm rounding the other number anyway. It's technically 0.29% chance that you actually win one of those golds. But, I mean, you know, I could go into decimals even further, but 0.3 at least makes Ultra Breaks sound a little bit better, right? But we saw a 0.00225% chance happen in front of our eyes, supposedly. So, I have questions. I'm just saying, did somebody know? Because the chances of me drawing a coin that was one of the gold ones was astronomically low at 0.3% chance. But the possibility that at least 2 of the 3 guys draw one of those being 0.00225% chance just makes it almost too good to be true. I think Ultra Breaks needs to do 3 things here. First of all, I think they need to explain how those 3 guys got those packs. None of the 3 guys who opened those packs pulled the common-ass coin. They either pulled the ultra super amazing gold coin, or they pulled one of the flag cores of this one, which is a little bit better, but it still beats the odds. It's not as common as the plain Jane ultra label coin. All 3 of them beat the odds in some capacity to get something a little bit better to astronomically crazy better. So I would love to hear how those coins were actually given to those people. If they were in just a group of coins, just a random group of packs, and they happened to pull that pack out, or if it was kind of like the centerpiece of the package, like, this is your free pack, open this one. The second thing Ultra Breaks needs to do after this ridiculous situation here is rethink this whole thing they've been doing to begin with. That's something I've been critical of Ultra Breaks on for a while now, that one of their selling points is not just advertising, it's not just affiliating with these other people and having them sell your packs. I know Witterbrick does that. I don't know about Vault Box, but if you want other people selling your stuff and whatnot later on, that's fine. But the problem we faced here is that it was the pre-release opens, which I've never seen Witterbrick do. I have not seen Vaultbox do. Maybe they have, but I haven't seen it personally. And in this situation, it changed the odds. So when you bought the pack, the odds were different than what was published. If there are any lawyers watching this, I would kind of like to know if that's legal. Now, it didn't change the odds that much, but it did change it. It dropped it from about a 0.29% chance of getting one of those gold coins to under 0.25 at about 0.249%. So that's not major, but it is still significant because we now have 1/6 of the packs that were supposed to be going to people where they could potentially get a gold coin if they bought this. 1/6 of those packs were now not in the mix. They were already opened and already owned by one of their affiliates and not by their customers. So Ultra Breaks, if you're watching this, good God, I would totally rethink that, because not only does it look like Ultra Breaks potentially could have done something a little nefarious here with a 0.00225% chance happening on this pre-release open, but on top of that, you screwed your customers. You had 12 of these things you were going to be selling in these packs, and 2 of them were out of the mix. You screwed us. You took them away before there was even a chance for me to get it. So by the time I actually went and purchased the pack, there were not 12, there were 10 gold coins still available to be pulled. So although everybody was kind of screwed out of those other 2 coins, anybody who didn't watch the video where they opened up these packs ahead of time were oblivious to the fact that there weren't 12 like they were published to be available to be obtained at the time of sale. There were only 10 because 2 of them were now out of the game. I haven't talked about this potential issue in any of my videos prior to this because I thought it was very unlikely to ever happen, but it is something I've talked with other people about, saying, what would happen if somebody pulled like the coin out of the pack? Like there's only one of these and they pulled it ahead of time before the packs are even opened. Then the next day when people go to buy the packs, if they haven't watched the video and think they have a chance of getting this, is it really still the same thing? Is that even legal? And in this situation, we're getting close to one of those situations where people think, I have a chance at 12 of these, and no, you don't. 2 of them are already out of the game. You have a chance at 10 of them. I knew this was going to be a thing because I watched the pre-release videos. But for anybody who just saw the packs, saw there were 12 potential gold coins and bought the pack, there weren't 12 coins available anymore. I'm sorry. You didn't have a chance at one of 12 coins. You had a chance of one of 10 of those coins being in one of your packs. And the third thing I think Ultra Breaks need to do is come to terms with what your coins are actually selling for and what your stuff's actually potentially worth. Because as I said in my last video, Ultra Breaks is valuing their coins when you buy them in the packs at egregious prices that are basically at what they think all these rare labels are going to add to the coins. It's not just the base value of the coins, it's the base value plus a lot of money that really they hope is kind of dispersed in the midst of all these coins. Now, figuring out what anybody thinks these packs are actually worth is difficult. But I did hear some numbers thrown around while I was doing my watching of these sales on Whatnot that night. I heard one seller say that, oh, this particular coin in this label is a $400 coin. Cool, but where? I mean, where are you getting that from? And then when Justin with Couch Collectibles was talking about his gold coin, he said, I think mine in the Gold Rush label, the gold coin, will sell between $5,000 and $6,000. And I don't know where he got that from. He's valuing almost 2 times retail because he got the mid-tier label. He didn't get the Infinity, he got the mid-tier, the Gold Rush label. So I don't know where he got that from, and maybe somebody told him. I don't know if like Ultra Breaks is saying we think this is what they're worth, or if maybe it's just the community making stuff up. But both of those numbers were actually very important to something I did in the last video. Remember how I set up that hypothetical scenario? Now note that gold has gone up significantly since that particular date, so the math doesn't math on here. But we're going to run with those numbers we had before when gold was in the $2,700 range, because just for this hypothetical scenario, where we kind of estimated if you multiply the base value of the coin times this amount based on the rarity of the label for those rarer labels, the gold labels and the infinity labels, that we got to these numbers that were high, but they kind of added together to where it finally got the total value of all these coins to how much Ultra Breaks actually charge their customers. Well, the 2024 Privy ASC with the Gold Rush label that I said probably be about 3 times its value, that was the coin the guy said was probably about a $400 coin. He said that he heard that from somewhere, so he got that from a source. I don't know who he got it from. So that leads me to think I might have actually kind of been close when I estimated these numbers, when I kind of piece together what possible scarcity that Ultra Breaks was assessing in the value of these labels on top of the coins. Now, maybe he watched my video and took that as like gospel truth. I don't know. That was purely hypothetical, and I said that in the video. So if this is something being disseminated, my guesstimates might have actually been pretty close to what may be a more overall perceived concept of what these are by somebody who had some influence. But notice that Justin said he thought his Gold Rush label was worth $5,000 to $6,000. And I ran the numbers with all those other estimates where all the silver coins would have to pull really strong numbers. We were still left with numbers where those other coins had to pull like crazy numbers. So if those Gold Rush labels, which I had at 3 times value with all the other numbers, to where they would pull about a little over $10,000 a piece, if they're only pulling $5,000 to $6,000, that puts all the extra weight on those infinity labels. That means those infinity labels bear another $41,850 worth of value if those are only going to sell for $6,000 in the Gold Rush series. So that's a lot of money to put on those 3 coins because we were already valuing them at $17,750. So if the Gold Rush labels are a $6,000 coin, we would have a $31,700 value on each of those 3 infinity labels for the gold coin. But realistically, we're still talking about a 1-ounce gold eagle. It's a 1-ounce gold eagle. It's a bullion coin. It's a semi-numismatic piece. There's no rarity in the coin. It just happens to be graded as 70 in a PCGS slab. But the fact that it has a super rare label where there's only 3 of them and the color's different, it's supposedly now worth over 9 times its retail value. I call that's absolutely stupid. You can't think that coin would be able to pull that much money to make up for all those other ones. At 5 times value, we were at $17,750 for a coin that pulls a couple hundred extra bucks because it's in a 70 holder, because 70's a really common grade for it. If it goes below that, that's where it's, that sucks. It's the most common 1-ounce gold coin that's going to be produced this year. So, I mean, it's common. Because it's in that infinity label, those 3 are supposed to pull over 5 times and probably closer to like 8 or 9 times to make up for all those other coins. That's ridiculous. And you saw in my last video, the premiums are not coming out of these labels like they used to. So I doubt the silver coins are actually going to even pull those values that they need to do to make it to where this coin only has to get like 6 times its value or something like that. And the other side of that rethinking your numbers, Ultra Breaks, is rethink what you're charging your affiliates to get these things, because the first coin that Justin sold on his live stream on Whatnot went for $100, and my jaw dropped. That's 33% under what they were selling for on the website that morning. I thought this whole Whatnot thing is supposed to be like, they're out of stock on the website. I've got some of them left. If you want one, here they are. Bid them up. And they didn't even pull retail. 9 out of his 100 packs sold for over retail, and the highest price was $159, and the other ones mostly settled in the $125 to $130 range, with one going as low as $95. And since it's on YouTube, I can confirm it right here. I was able to get my pack at $126, and I feel really sorry for Justin. I really do. He seems like a really nice guy just from experiencing him in the chat, and I think he really believes in this product. I don't know. I'm not going to assume that he's just trying to sell them. I think he really believes in it. He likes this kind of stuff. He likes card packs and stuff like that. Cool. His thing. Awesome. You could hear in his voice that he was sweating as he was selling these, because he was saying they were consistently going under what he got them for from Ultra Breaks. Now, to his credit, he started them all at like super low value. There were times where there was an attempt to sell it at $130 as a starting price, and it didn't actually sell. I thought it was supposed to be that intro price is only good if you can get it on the website, and after that, you got to bid them up and fight everybody else to get them. But it seems like I would have been better off to just wait until Justin's live stream, and I could have saved like $50 on my 2 packs because they went cheap. Now, if you can't tell, my face is red, my ears are turning red. I'm pretty pissed, honestly. I don't like what Ultra Breaks is doing already. I've made that very clear in my other videos, and I've explained why. It's not that I just don't like them. It's because I've explained what they're doing, and I've explained how the statistics don't back their pricing. It doesn't back this occurrence of 2 of the packs being gold coins not having potentially something really screwy with it. The whole thing is built on a gimmick of these labels being rare, being the astronomical premiums on these coins because the color of the label's different. So I don't like that, because I want you as the collector to learn to buy a coin at a good price. I don't want you to get screwed and end up getting something like this where you will not even get half of your money back, or you buying into the hype that these infinity labels are a great buy, and maybe you bid one of those infinity labels on eBay up to the moon. You get it for like 3 times retail, but you feel like you got a good deal because it's super rare, and then 20 years down the road, when you go to sell that label, you start to wonder, wait a minute, what's the market doing on those now? Because we don't know what the value of those labels are going to be in the future, because the market is untested in the future. We've already seen the prices come down on a lot of labels. There was an infinity label that sold under CPG this year, the only 21 Denver Morgan dollar to ever go into an infinity label from Ultra Breaks sold for under CPG, which means that person not only didn't get extra money, they got less than full retail number for the coin. If there ever was a coin to go strong in an infinity label, it should have been a 21D Morgan. It's a $1,000 coin. That one should have been the one that sold for like 3, 4, 5,000 if any of them are going to multiply that much. In my opinion, if that 21D couldn't even pull CPG, the gold coin in this set, where gold never really multiplies that much for scarcity of the coin itself because gold is so expensive to begin with, I don't see that. I don't see those numbers happening, and I want Ultra Breaks to acknowledge and recognize that. When you're expressing that, oh, these coins do so well in the aftermarket, you need to look at that one and say, that one did not do well. Why did it not? And you need to reassess what you're charging collectors, because you're charging them for these labels. We can clearly see that from the numbers. And and really be realistic with where the market's going with your coins. And on top of that, be fair with your freaking affiliates. I mean, good night. I feel sorry for those guys. Yeah, I don't know if they really believe in this or not. I don't know if they see that it's really not statistically a good deal for their viewers and followers. I don't know. But regardless, they have real money they've invested in this because it's something that they're hoping they get some money from. And when they're losing money on it because of potentially how it's run, because realistically, if I was not doing this for a YouTube video, I would not have bought the Privy Power pack because, I mean, 12 coins and 4,012 of them over the value of the pack for the coin itself. Yeah, no thanks. That's not even like remotely interesting to me. All really common coins. As I said in the last video, they called it Privy Power, but it's a really common eagle. Some Privy marked eagles that are also fairly common because you can get them in 70s for $100 all day long. And then you have some like 12 gold coins that, are really common gold coins, but I mean, there's only 12 of them. So what's your chance? Numerous things are making me think this, but this offering, on top of the fact that they just won't proofread their numbers and their website consistently, I find so many mistakes on all of their stuff. The odds page, the numbers they post for how many are going to be in certain labels, all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of misinformation on their website because they just don't proofread it. The fact that they did 3 different coins, called it Privy Power, and only one of them had a Privy mark on it, and it wasn't even the Chase coin. It just feels like Ultra Breaks is getting sloppy. They're relying on people are going to buy this and we're going to get money out of it, and we're charging so much that we can't help but make bank on this crap. So, I don't know. But let's open up the last pack that I have for today because my other one is on its way back to Justin. Oh, I feel horrible that I did that. Really, I do. All right, here we go. Second Privy Power pack. Oh, I got to rip open the Band-Aid. Here we go. Oh, that Band-Aid's freaking stronger than the pack. Good night. Here we go. What's the second one going to be? Oh, y'all can see what it is, but I can't. Let me turn it around. Oh, no. It's another Ultra label. Not only that, it's a 2025 again. Because it's the most common coin. There's a lot of them. Because there were 1,725 of these in this label. And on top of that, there were an additional 500 of them in the same label with the little flag in the background. So what is that, like 2,225 of them? 2,225 of the coins in the whole lot were the common eagle, the 2025, in the Ultra label, just with whether or not it had the flag on it or not. So, and that's not counting all the Privy marked eagles that were in the common holder too, which was something you could go buy on eBay for between $100 and $130, $135 in any of the labels you wanted. Early release, first release, so-and-so's signature on the slab, all of them were doing under $149.95. So, there were not many coins in this offering that, in my opinion, was worth the coin. That's my whole point. Buy the coin, not the slab, and not the potential to get a rare label that they determine how many go into it. It's artificial scarcity. It's not even like that the label has something about it. It's not even like the grade's different. It's not that there's something about it like a cameo or something. It's the color of the back of the label. Come on, guys. Think about it. Is that really worth that many times the value of the actual coin in the holder? Like, I don't think y'all realize the gold coin values that Justin had mentioned of $5,000 and $6,000. Regency holders, if that coin was in a Regency holder, it would not add that much value to the coin. Regency holders in themselves, I mean, you can buy some Regencies for like $1,500. I passed up 2 of them, which I thought were overpriced, at $1,500 this year at the Fun Show. It was some of the Israeli ones that are actually the cheapest Regencies that I think you can actually get. But I was actually pricing them out so that for an upcoming video where I'm torture testing slabs, and I was like, how much would it cost to torture test a Regency? Anyway, even a Regency holder, which is genuinely rare, because they were not desired by the market. They were so clunky and ugly. You had to pay extra money, so it was expensive, and people didn't want to put their coins in them, and so they didn't make a lot of them. And I mean, Ultra Breaks is really pushing those Regency numbers already. They're getting up there with over 380 of these things. So tell me how the color of this common PCGS label is worth more for that gold coin, the Infinity label. Tell me how that Infinity label, which is about as common as a Regency, but not nearly as cool, and in artificially scarce, unlike the Regency, tell me how that makes it significantly, like numerous times, the value of a Regency. I just want to know. It doesn't make a bit of sense to me. My face is red as a beet. I'm going to have a heart attack if I keep talking about Ultra Breaks. So, yeah. Common coins, guys. Common coins. These are actually going to be, by the time this video is posted, it'll already be done probably, but these will actually be for sale in my first Whatnot auction in 2 years that I'm doing in a few days, on Thursday, the 13th of February at 7 p.m. Both of these will be up for auction starting at $1, because I'm going to let the market decide what they're worth. They're common slabs with common labels and common coins, so they shouldn't do more than like 50-something bucks at most. You know, it's my loss because I bought the pack. I did that for y'all. I didn't do it just for me because I really didn't think I was going to get anything. I wasn't banking on that, trust me. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. If this helped you out in thinking about PCGS Ultra Breaks, and if it raised your blood pressure a little bit as well, I would greatly appreciate a like. Also, I would greatly appreciate you subscribing and hitting the notifications button so you're notified when I post new content about stuff like opening these packs, or just other information about coin collecting, where I really try to provide quality information for you so that you can really think about your collection, learn more about coins, and plan for the future with your collecting. Thanks for watching the video, and if you got one of these packs, oh, I hope you did better than I did.